Hello everyone, my name is Trittany and I'm the reader here at the Crown and Castle Collective, where we're all kings and queens of our own kingdom that we call life. This is actually a horoscope style video for all earth sign energies of Capricorns, Tauruses, and Virgos. This could be your sun, your moon, your rising, or anything in your chart. Sorry, my window was messed up. I actually really love doing these videos. I don't do them consistently, also because I've been gone, but also because they really don't get that many views. Hoping that will change. But, you know, it takes a lot of time. This is the only kind of reading where I actually unveil the cards as I go through the shuffling process, and that's just for me to kind of, see what I'm working with. This is a very large reading, as you can tell. So that's kind of the only style that I do this with. If you do like me as a reader, you feel like I'm resonate with you, you feel like I'm clicking, go ahead and give the video a like. You can comment to let me know what exactly you're looking forward to in October, how this video has resonated with you, all that fun stuff. Also, subscribe to vote to actually see what videos I post next. I do pick a card style readings, and you can actually have a say in what kind of videos I post. So definitely do that. Let me know. I'm on social media, and I do personalized readings. So that kind of goes through the average forecast. Let me take a sip. Okay, Earth signs. What does your overview of October 2020 look like here? So the first card that we have for your general overall energy is number 16, clear your energy. Okay, I'm not looking forward to that glare. Okay, I have to figure out where that glare is not at. Just give me 1 second. Okay, that's a good spot. So 16 adds up to a 7. So definitely clearing your guys' path. This is a lot of energy work as far as letting go, releasing, physically letting go of things, even clearing your mind or your physical space of lower vibrations, lower energies. You guys are kind of paving the way also. I feel like you earth signs have a really big game plan that you've almost even had for years. It might be something that you just haven't really aligned with quite yet. Spirit's definitely trying to work with you to manifest that. Month of October, October 1st. Still Virgo season, but we do have a full moon in Aries. I definitely feel like you guys are working with that Aries energy throughout the month of October, at least really picking up on it in the beginning of the month. Really feeling that destructive Mars kind of energy with the full moon. You could be like, wow, I need to do this, and that, and I should have done it yesterday. So you guys are kind of on your own tail end, trying to pick up, maybe where you've left off, or like trying to make up for lost time. Also, this, more importantly, if you're not trying to focus on this throughout October, this is something you should be focusing on as far as clearing your space, clearing your energy of things that you're still carrying on to, old baggage that needs to be let go of. We also have the 10 of Pentacles with that, progress. So this is a really good card to have as well. So this is going to talk about actually seeing the reward of this clearing anyways. If you do clear your energy, clear your space, if you do any kind of energy work like that, you are going to plant the seeds and actually see stuff manifest from this energy work. So right now is a good time for you to do this kind of stuff. Like I said, October 1st is a full moon in Aries. Actually, October has 2 full moons, the second one being actually on October 31st. So there's one on the first and the last day of October. The second one's known as a blue moon because, it's rare that there's 2 in 1 month. But that is very essential. You guys are playing very well with both moon cycles as far as feeling the constructive destruction of Mars and Aries. And then also the second full moon being in Taurus. Hello, earth sign energy. Really nurturing your ideas and your game plans. I feel like you guys have had these things for years and you're finally starting to try to chip away at it, or you feel like you can finally make progress on it or change the way your life is ultimately. Spirit saying your overall energy is that you can make this progress. You just have to take the time to set the slate, clean your energy, clean your space, set the foundation, and actually you got to tear that shit down, whatever's there right now, in order to build up whatever dreams and desires you actually want to see manifest in your physical world. You guys have the ability to really manifest anything physical in your life right now. So definitely use those full moons to your advantage, earth signs. A lot of that is personal growth as well, with that progress being the 10 of Pentacles. Seeing yourself grow, and I feel like you guys are starting to get uncomfortable in your energetic body that you're in right now. So you guys' vibrations definitely trying to change. You're not fitting into who you used to be, okay? You're starting to actually grow. Some of you could be physically growing, holla, getting gains or whatnot. Some of you, you know, if you feel like you are gaining weight, which might not be healthy weight, some of you might decide to cleanse that space and energy and actually get out and get moving and like start burning those calories or punching something. I don't know. All right. As far as your biggest challenges or biggest blockages in October of 2020, we have you are already doing it. It says stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. So your biggest blockage or challenge is definitely overthinking. I feel like you guys have always been, for some of you it might be, you know, always, or for a lot of you it might be something that you just recently started doing, but a lot of you are way too over analytical of yourself, your own work, of other people, the way that they show up, the things that people say or do to you, you may take way out of context. Be careful of not doing that in October of 2020. This is your greatest challenge or blockage. This could be something that you've already been working on or already been noticing coming up in your life and relationships and the dynamic that you hold with yourself. Make sure you're not getting distracted either. It says keep facing your true north, so you could definitely be doing avoidance or like self-avoiding or avoiding and putting off other people and stuff. With this, sorry. I'm like breathing super heavy because I'm drinking a Red Bull. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So this says stop overthinking. As far as the analytics go, clarifying it, we have the Six of Wands, which does show up later in the reading. So the Six of Wands says satisfaction. Your greatest challenge or blockage is feeling content. Okay, you guys, and I mean, you could be so used to this destructive clearing your energy vibe where you're just always swinging, you're always ready to fight, you're always ready to like put yourself down. I feel like you guys have grown and progressed so much. Maybe there's something that you were a bad guy maybe in the past, maybe you made a mistake, maybe you messed up, and you've actually grown from that situation. You've gained perspective and you've became something more than that mistake. And I feel like you guys aren't giving yourself enough credit for this. Maybe this involves another person, okay? So maybe you're not giving that person enough credit for how much they've changed and how much they've grown. Also, this could be a very big creative block as well. So you could be overthinking a project, a hobby, or, you know, a game plan that you have or something that you want to achieve, but you don't feel like you're good enough to do it yet, or every piece that you do make is just, it's not good enough. It's not perfect yet. It's not what you're looking for. And that could be really getting you down, and you could just be like going over and over and over it again. And that unsuccess can make you feel less than. So you're trying to learn how to be satisfied with yourself. And remember, satisfaction comes from actually finishing the project, not just from the progress of, you know, making the project or doing the project over and over again. Sometimes satisfaction is reached when it is complete. So some of you could be overthinking or getting distracted all the time with things that you're trying to accomplish. Stop doing that. Sit down, get focused. Clear your space. Your mojo could be way off. Your feng shui, okay, you like your furniture in your house, the energy flow. Also, your body's natural cycles as far as sleeping and eating with the 10 of Pentacles, the progress. Your family life, the way you interact with your family or your relationships. You could be avoiding that, or that could also be what's distracting you. A lot of you too are overthinking your relationships or overthinking the way that you or your significant other is showing up in your relationships. So even if this is friendships as well, or family and friends, again, I feel like you guys are just being very analytical. This is your biggest challenge or blockage, so try not to take things too personally and try not to judge too much of who they are as a lover or as a friend or as a family member. All right. A lot of you could overthink too with that, about the way that you show up. I feel like a lot of it does come from you guys. Not to say anything bad. I mean, you guys could be really hard on yourself about how you are in relationships. That could be due to the past, or it could be due to anything in past lives as well. This is definitely something that's been brewing over time. We'll get into that. We'll see how that plays out. All right, so your greatest accomplishment, your biggest success. Okay, what I was talking about with the raspberry card and the kyanite, make time for self-care. Can we acknowledge that raspberry is actually a fruit? So one of the things that you should be going towards, especially if you're trying to take care more of your physical body, is looking for more fruits and veggies, okay? Just a quick tidbit that I totally forgot to address. A lot of you could be eating healthier, being a little bit more self-conscious. Again, there is a lot of self-improvement. So we're not even just talking about the mass situation anymore. So the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords is someone who is going to passionately and honestly go forward being with themselves. As far as the King of Pentacles go, you could be focusing more on your actual feelings, your like passionate feelings, and your words and your thoughts, and how you move through those and how you express those to other people. So how do you express yourself, and being more honest and kind of being more humble with those and being more organic and truthful with them. Also with the Ace of Swords, we see more of that communication, that ideals, and the thoughts. Like I said to you earlier, I feel like there's what we had earlier, the 11 of Pentacles or Earth, or the Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of ideas and game plans that you guys have for maybe the next year. I feel like you guys are actually really sitting on those, being really responsible about those, being very practical, especially if it's something that's going to cost you. You could be looking into more of those ideas. And also the Knight of Wands. So you guys could definitely be wanting to take the beginning steps or start to put more of your personal interest into this energy to help manifest it. So actually starting to live along those lines of what you want to accomplish or the dreams that you want to achieve. You could be actually starting to put the practice in, or this could be something too that you've done before in the past with that Six of Wands as well, that you could be returning to. So maybe before it used to come really easy to you, when you used to do it before, and now you're actually having to put more effort into it, perhaps because you're just getting back in the game. But also the Knight of Wands can be fleeting, so it's like an in and out energy. And I feel like you guys are trying to work more on consistency this time. Perhaps it's just been something that you haven't done since you've been in quarantine, okay? The King of Pentacles is just chilling in his layers, in his man cave, woman she shed or just chilling at home. But it's something that you've missed doing. And Spirit's saying do more of that. It's going to help you clear and reestablish your energy, and it's going to help you grow further into who you were meant to be at this time. And it's going to really help too with this satisfaction issue I feel like you guys have been facing, of maybe not feeling self-confident, self-worth, or, you know, stuff like that. A lot of you could be visiting friends, family, lovers, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna move into the heart space. I feel like there is a very big love dynamic going on with you guys. And I feel like a lot of it comes from this lack of satisfaction. I feel like some of you who are with some people, you might be with it just because you're afraid to be alone, which is not a bad thing, but also it can't be a good thing completely either if it's not addressed and if it's not taken care of. But the first card that we have is stay optimistic about your love life. So some of you might be thinking, wow, I'm gonna die alone. Some of you might be thinking they're never gonna change. The situation's never gonna change. It's never gonna be the same. Spirit's saying to stay optimistic, positive thinking, and faith will bring you romance. The first card that we do have is the Page of Bows, or the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is someone who's very flirtatious, maybe someone who is not so much into commitment. If they are, if you are committed to someone, this person, if you're in question of them, or this could be your energy, take it as it resonates where it applies. There could be a fire sign energy. You could be with the fire sign, but they are expressing youthful, younger fire energies. So this person may still want to be single. They could be a little combative with you. They could just be a little bit spicy, which could be something that really attracts you to them. But we also have, again, right underneath, wow, I didn't even notice this earlier, King of Pentacles in your head space and in your heart space. So this is something that you know is true. So some of you, or your person, there could be a little bit of an issue between a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the earth signs. Hello. There might be a little bit of a dynamic, or this could just be like a dark-haired person and a red-headed person. Holla. We're not gonna go that way, but there could be someone wanting to be single and someone want to be committed. Okay, simple as that. So there could be a little bit of a misunderstanding, or there could just be a little bit of conflict. So Spirit's just telling you to stay optimistic that these situations will get better. Some of you might be arguing about this within your own self. Do you want to go out and experience the world or dating world, or do you want to actually search for someone to come home to every night and to rely on, and someone to have on your team? For some of you who might be in a conflict with a close friend, excuse me. Some of you could have had, a friend that you thought was on your team that just switched the game up on you, but I feel like you don't have the full story. This person was trying to protect, some of you were trying to get snitched on, or there's a snitch somewhere, but this person was just trying to protect themselves or protect you. So be careful of those kinds of situations. Also, we have the Guardian card. So for some of you that are in a relationship but kind of in a contemplative energy, I feel like the reason why you're kind of wishy-washy, or this other person, like I said, take it as it resonates, there's something within this person that is lacking, that's missing, that has the illusion of being gone. And I say illusion because, if it's something that's there, but it's just not self-recognized, plays back to this Six of Wands satisfaction card. Some of you or this person could just be feeling numb, okay? And that's okay. It's okay to feel numb. It's okay to work through those issues as long as you're addressing it and you're facing it and you're not just numbing it out. You guys could be having arguments with your significant other or within your relationships. If you're still having arguments with yourself about what to do about your love life, it's because you feel like there's still something missing. Maybe you feel like you're just getting too old and your time has passed. Spirit's saying that's not true. Stay optimistic, put yourself back out there. My grandpa is like, how old? Grandpa age? And he just got himself a new boo thing, okay? So, like, go grandpas. We also have, with this Guardian card, 6 is a very big number for you guys too, by the way, in this reading. Yeah, what the hell? Okay, so 6 is a lucky number. For y'all who are going out gambling in October, bet on 6. Bet on 6. Okay, so with the Guardian card, we also have the Knight of Cups. So again, there is another water sign energy here. So a lot of you too could be missing an ex. You could be missing a significant person. This is love and relationships. So this could also be like a family member or a close friend that maybe you were used to be really close with, or used to talk to every day. Spirit's saying stay optimistic. Keep them in your thoughts. Keep positive thoughts in this space. If it is an ex of yours, if you've been trying to heal from that kind of situation and maybe they left you feeling less than, or maybe, they made it really hard on the way that you viewed yourself, or, that could be intentional and it could, also be unintentional, but it just kind of made you feel empty. Maybe after they left you, you were just heartbroken and, you're still probably working through that. So that's what Spirit's saying with that Knight of Cups being an eel. It's something that you're still feeling through. Again, make sure that's not something that you're avoiding or like not internalizing, but like dodging. There's a weaving motion. All right. For some of you, though, who are in a relationship, let's say you're in a good, positive relationship, because some of this seems a little bit turbulent. For those of you who are in a very good, committed relationship, okay, as defined as that sounds, I feel like things are just only getting better from here on out. I feel like if you guys are working as a team, I feel like you are really opposite from your person, but I feel like you guys are just gonna have this night or this experience. It could be like out on a date or something that you guys kind of like put all of your cards on the table and are just like absolutely truthful with. So changing the way that you show up in your relationships as far as the dynamics that you have within your relationships. This is going to be something that you revisit and re-heal, that is going to change the way, I feel like for some of you that create, groups of relationships. So this could be with like families or groups of friends. A lot of you could be revisiting things, again, sorry, that happened when you were a child, or like for some of you with your mother or with your grandmother or with your father, grandfather, like parental figures and stuff like that, and kind of going back to situations that may have happened when you were a kid, and that could definitely affect with how you raise your family. Really addressing those family issues. And again, that kind of comes back to this overall energy of clearing your energy with that number 7, that life path number. So this goes back again, not only just this life, but lifetimes before that, and really cutting those ties. And with the progress card being literally a seed and a zygote, this can definitely pertain to family and children. You yourself, as you were a child at one point, or maybe children that you have now. You could be fixing issues that if you have like a baby daddy or a baby mama, you could definitely be going through that kind of situation. But a lot of you are trying to find peace within those situations. More importantly, with this Hermit card, you know, again, that could be like past relationships too for some of you. Really doing the inner work to heal towards these situations and how they changed you and how you acted in those moments and how you've allowed it to change how you act throughout the years, maybe since that thing happened. And how you act now, because it essentially became a part of you, but it did not define you. And I feel like some of you are working with that right now to not let it define you, but to like release it. All right, well, I am going to finish out this reading with a rune. So that's what these are. They're runes. I actually just bought them, so I don't know how to read them yet. Please forgive me. We are just going to draw one for the overall month of October 2020. What is the overall energy for fire signs? What? I'm saying fire signs. These are earth signs. One for all earth sign energies. Capricorns, Taurus, Virgo. Give me one rune. We have this one is Pertho. It's the letter P. So forgive me if I pronounce these wrong. Like I said, I am literally just learning. So Pertho is the letter P. Obviously, it's the element of water, and it represents change, success, and chance. Y'all must be high rollers if you're gambling. You guys have really good chances throughout the month of October for whatever it is that you're looking to do. If it's some night that you're out having fun, you have a really good chance of making things go your way throughout the month of October. What else did I just say it was? Change and success. So I feel like this to me, when I look at it, looks like an opened staple. You know how staples are typically like curled in because you punch them down and they hold the staple in. This is like if you open up the flaps. So I feel like that's kind of like letting go of old patterns and habits. You're like undoing the staple. So you guys could be, again, opening old wounds and, like, releasing old habits or old family ties, things that are bound within, like, a group of papers. So, like, again, that could be something that's family related. And the element of water. Water emotions don't look like they're really on the surface of your reading, but because of all of the earth energy was very prevalent and a lot of fire energy, I feel like it's code for you earth sign energies, like going through your normal healing process. Cups didn't really show up a lot. We did just have a page. But overall, I feel like you guys are dealing with your emotions in your typical way that you normally deal with. So, yeah. Alright, well, I hope that resonated with you guys, you earth signs. If it did, please let me know down in the comments. You can actually subscribe to see what videos I post next and actually vote to see what videos I post next. So please go ahead and do that. Give the video a like and let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to in the month of October. And I do the personalized readings. All of that information is in the description box. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Throughout October of 2020, we have pleasure. Okay, so this card talks about actually refueling your soul. I feel like giving giving yourself time and space to actually recharge your own battery, and that definitely comes here with the 10 of Pentacles. This progress is something that needs to be incubated and nurtured from like a little zygote seed into a full pod / potion. So this pleasure also goes along with another card that comes up here as far as having your own sacred space. So your greatest accomplishment also is coming out here with the 11 of Pentacles, or also the Page of Pentacles, because 10 is the highest and then it's a page. So this one says cube luck. We do see a lot of green here, a lot of heart space energy, a lot of earth energy, material energy. You guys could be really lucky throughout the month of October. So if you're into gambling, I don't recommend doing it daily or, to an extent. But, if you find yourself in a situation, double down, okay? Put your money where your mouth is. You guys can really flop that. And you really enjoy yourself doing it with that pleasure. It also talks about, I feel like you guys have a lot of really good dreams, a lot of good, tangible, realistic goals for yourself. And I feel like you may not have thought about it a lot lately, in the past, or with the past year being 2020. It might not be something that you were really, thinking far into, because you could be distracted with a lot of other stuff going on. So now that I feel like as the year ends, you could be considering possibilities for next year. And you're really thinking outside of the box or outside of your norm. And I feel like you're staying super optimistic about this, which could be something that you typically aren't. I feel like since you guys are so harsh on yourself sometimes, that you could be allowing yourself to kind of relax throughout October in like a different way than what you're normally used to. But you could also be setting like up a designated space or routine that allows you to reach this kind of relaxation that may not have been available or something that you were so tapped into before in the past. So definitely be expecting your success to come from your heart space, something that could be physical areas as well. I feel like that progress is coming through your heart chakra. So whatever kind of wounds you maybe have had there before, or kind of getting re-looked at. Yeah. Oh man. With this 11, this luck. Oh, I did say that. How you just be lucky this month. And the Page of Pentacles is someone to, if you think traditionally the Page of Pentacles, if you know what traditional Rider-Waite tarot looks like, they're typically seen as someone who is very, what's the word? Like an entrepreneur, okay? So like, he's pretty brave. He's got some bright new ideas that he's ready to embark on. That could definitely be that feeling that you're getting with this card. Also, again, that investment kind of feeling, a really good success or advantage that you guys would have for the month of October is if you're doing any kind of stock markets, you might get really lucky with those. And they could be something that you're investing in that has to do with like self-care and pleasure. All right. So what is, maybe some of you guys, your greatest accomplishment too is that you're learning how to self-care. It could be as simple as that. Like as far as taking care of your physical body. Yeah, we're not even gonna into this. This is supposed to be a PG reading, okay? Moving into what energies should you harness throughout October of 2020, Earth sign energies? We have kyanite. Can you see? Wow, look at that orb. Oh my god, do you see that? Okay. Y'all, I need to chill the Red Bull. Okay, kyanite. It says, make time for self-care. taking care of yourself is essential right now, Earth sign energies. Kyanite. If you don't know, now you know. This is kyanite. You gotta do, if you've ever watched a makeup tutorial, this is kyanite. Say hello. Kyanite. This is YouTube. Say hello. So he's a spiky boy, if you can't see that depth in there. But kyanite, reach to that for October, help, you know, that kind of energy. So the self-care is definitely essential right now. Again, your guys' success is this pleasure as far as being able to feel content and satisfied with yourself. I feel like that's essential with not only your relationships with other people, intimate and with family, but also, more importantly, yourself. You guys need to learn how to be satisfied with how much you've grown and how much you've changed over the year with this progress card. Really pat yourself on the back for that. I feel like you guys have really coped and worked through some really hard situations. And for a lot of you, this is not just 2020. We're talking back like decade or more, okay? But making time for self-care. Okay, we did talk about, you know, taking care of your physical body, being a little bit more gentle with yourself, but at the same time, kind of changing the feng shui or breaking down the barriers and energies that other people are putting into your life or that you're accepting into your life, getting rid of that shit, cleaning out the closet, okay? And then clarifying the energies that you should look for in the month of October. We have create space with raspberry. So creating a physical space, whether that's, you know, an altar that you have beside your desk, if it's a windowsill, if it's a bedstand, if it's literally just like a coffee table, if it's a part on your counter or someplace small, just someplace that gives you really good energy and really good feelings and emotions. I don't know. For some of you, I am getting it's like a bookshelf or a window shelf or something where you put sentimental objects and whatnot. Creating more spaces like that, and not only making them in your physical world, but creating a space within your own self. So for some people too who aren't into as much of the spiritual work, this could be like, well, how do I do that? How do I make a space within my body? So don't take it literally. Make room for a quiet space within yourself. Sit down and be quiet with yourself for a moment. And, you know, bring back in, that's where you store all of those really good memories and all of those favorite memes or anything like that. And it's creating a space too, like spending that with genuine people. And I feel like for some of you earth signs, there are a couple of people that you consider genuine in your life. And they are at heart, but their energy also is not at the right vibration for what you need to be surrounded with this clear year energy. So just be careful of that. Because you guys are really, 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 really trying to work on yourself. And there can be some people who encourage that, but just be extra selective of who you let into that space. Some of you could be overprotective too. Maybe a lot of you need to let someone into that space, or maybe you do need to let go of someone that you held in that heart space for too long. That could still be causing, you know, hurt feelings in that area. If you are in that space, like let's say it's a physical room, it's a physical area, definitely take time to like massage your body, even if it's just like a rubbing of a wrist, you know, cracking your knuckles if that's your thing. It's not my thing. Massaging your scalp or whatever like issues you've been having. If you just sit in that spot, and if it's not a physical spot, just sit in that energy within yourself and rub it out. Earth signs, I don't know why y'all's energy is Some of you guys need to get laid, plain and simple. Some of you are wanting to get laid by someone that you, I don't know, you all need to do something. Express yourself. Red Bull just slapping tonight. It's too late for me to be drinking one of these, but I guess that's part of being an adult. All right. Enough of this energy from you guys. There's a lot of greens. Heart space energies. I'm seeing more material money wise as well. A lot of you are trying to learn how to be satisfied, maybe on more of an emotional level, because maybe you're emotionally hard to satisfy or physically hard to satisfy. I don't know what's floating your guys' boat. All right, we're gonna move into the headspace in the physical life of Earth sign energies throughout October of 2020. The first card that we have is the Six of Wands. We had this right here. So the Six of Wands talked about satisfaction, okay? In this case, the Six of Wands in the traditional tarot is, I'm getting more of the traditional meaning. A lot of you guys could actually be out in the public eye, but I feel like also, unfortunately, a lot of you could be putting on a facade, or you could be putting on a mask. Just a lot of times that is necessary. That's a good thing, as long as you're still honoring the face that's underneath it, still being true to yourself. You know, the mask could just be like, oh, hey, how's your day going? Oh, great. How is each other on a respected level? And it's going to be really healing. It's going to be very like emotional, but it's not going to be like, oh, no, it's going to be like constructive and healing for both sides. There could be things that you guys, if you're in a good committed relationship, and if you're in a good spot, there could still be things that you guys need to talk about that has happened in the past. Things that you guys have been through together. Like, if you've been through hell and back, you could maybe want to acknowledge that experience that you have, and it might be coming from a more calm, grounded, and logical perspective that you're no longer angry about, okay? If your person is upset with you, give them time, give them space, okay? All right, we're gonna move into your career, finance, and education. All right, so the first card that we have is the Earth and Air Dragon. A very good card to have if you're an Earth sign energy. So it says, represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. Stay balanced, ground your visions, manifest your hopes and dreams. Wow. So I feel like you guys have really been working on this over the past month or couple of years, or this last year, but I feel like this more importantly is talking about the next upcoming year. I feel like you guys have really high goals, high standards that you're going to be upholding yourself to, whether that's educational, like plans to like go back to school or anything like that, or for your job and career, maybe you want to advance in your position at your current job. I feel like those of you who are looking for a raise, advancement, or some kind of acknowledgement, that could be something that you are definitely worthy of or have the potential to reach. The first card that we have is the Three of Swords. Kind of a rough start to this career, finance, and education. I see this kind of as, you know, the beginning of October, maybe the past couple of months that you've been experiencing could have been a little bit financially harsh on you. They could be mentally hard on you, your job or your education. Maybe you've just been struggling. Or for the October month, the beginning of October, could be just concepts or jobs that are just super hard for you, really draining on you. And you guys could be having headaches all the time at work. Some of you aren't staying hydrated enough. You're moving too much. You're not stretching enough either. I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not out here Trittany PhD, okay? No. But the Three of Swords, it's a little bit rough. moving forward. Okay, so I take this Three of Swords as like a challenge. There could be something within your job, or like a person, a coworker, or a teammate, or like a group project. Expect there to be a lot of group projects throughout October, or things that you're not doing alone. Also, there could be some public speaking or a conversation that you have to have with your boss or with clients that you could be a little bit nervous about. Maybe speaking's not really your thing. Or if it's a group project, there could be someone who's just like dragging ass, and that could make things really hard for you, or just an absolute headache. There could always be that coworker that you just want to... Sorry, it's the Red Bull. Okay, so... we also have with that the Six of Wands. So this is a really good card to bounce back from that Three of Wands with, or Three of Swords with. The Six of Wands in this deck talks about innovation. It talks about thinking smarter, not harder, working smarter, not harder, doing things that are more effective towards getting your end goal, being really having that aha moment. And earlier we came through here with one of these cards. I don't remember which one it was. If it was the Satisfaction card, or if it was the Create Space, that talks about stopping and smelling the roses, essentially. And I feel like if you guys take time, if you're really, really, really overwhelmed with your work, your education, and your finances, if you take a time to just relax and, take care of your physical body, these answers will start to come to you naturally. And I feel like that's because you guys are really good about your job. And this is earth and air. So by staying really grounded and grounding your visions and staying balanced will open up your headspace to these answers. And also, if you're just tired of going to work every day, doing the same job, or if you're just getting really tired of your job, there could be different ways to approach it. And just feeling replenished on your time off or your time away from work can really, really improve your performance. We also have the Three of Wands. So this talks about reaping the benefits of your efforts. This also talks about the progress, the consistent hard work that goes into getting the reward. For some of you, I feel like who have had this job that you're at for a while, you're getting tired of doing the grunt work. Maybe you're looking to move up into, more established roles in your workplace. This is that hard work that goes into there, and I feel like it's been years of this for some of you, but you've proven yourself with this Six of Wands. You've proven how smart, how useful you are, how consistent you show up as well, which is a really, really, really big thing that has kind of paid off over time. And if it hasn't paid off yet, be patient. This is still something that's in the works. So for the month of October, you're still working your ass off, earth signs, as normal. But as we get into the end of October, we do have the Star card. So the Star card, take it for face value, talks about recognition, being the star, being rewarded. So some of you might actually be getting that promotion, that raise, that reward, that A+, by the end of the month, or at the end of the month moving into the next months. Just looking out for that. But definitely some kind of reward or some kind of vacation, some kind of relief if you have been overworking. The beginning of the month seemed really hard for you with that Three of Wands, but as soon as you started to feel beaten down, I feel like you just pick yourself back up. And you guys are such hard-working earth signs that you just push on right through it, man. I wish I had the ability to do that because once I'm down for the count. But you guys, it looks like, for those of you too who Ooh, for those of you too who are kind of in like a group effort type of situation, someone's gonna step down or step out, and it's only gonna be 2 of you, but you two work better. You guys work better together than the other person. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I mean, it's a rough starting month for you guys, career, finance, and education-wise, but it ends on a really good note with that star card. Expect the recognition. If you're not getting this from your, desired out, if you're not getting it from your boss, your coworkers, your teachers, or anyone that you would typically get it for, get it from yourself. Recognize your own hard work that you pushed through this whole year, you pushed through this whole month. Maybe you kind of had to stagnate your funds. For some of you that did start it off on that 3 of Swords, that hardship. Some of you were really struggling at the beginning of the month. Maybe you were only getting half as much income as you normally do or less. And you guys were really smart, really innovative about ways that you can pull in funds from other areas where you can save money. And with the 3 of Wands, I definitely feel like that you could be really paying attention to your grocery bill, what you're eating, what you're taking into your home, how much you can save here and there. And if you stuck with those things too, like if you created a budget, you might want to stick with that too, because it could be something that can save you money in the long haul. All right, yeah. So if you're not getting this recognition, appraisal from typical people, places that you would expect to see it, give it to yourself. Reward your body. Eat a nice, meal that you made yourself. Give yourself a nice hot shower, hot bath. Take yourself somewhere nice. And if you're in a relationship, you can probably expect your funds to work better with this person than they have with anyone else in your past. All right, we're gonna move on to our last section here tonight. This is your spirituality and your spiritual development throughout October of 2020. Okay, Red Bull, please. Your overall card for October of 2020, your spirituality and your spiritual development. We have abundance. This is a very good word that I would use for the October month. This abundance is not only coming, I feel like you guys as earth signs could be doing really well financially. You're typically probably more comfortable handling the finances as far as incomes and restrictions, as far as being flexible with those situations. This abundance to me, when I first saw it, brought me back to this card, the satisfaction. Yes, we keep picking it up and putting it back down. It's a very, very prevalent as yours. Okay, and your day's just like an absolute shitstorm. Been there, can relate. So you guys are just doing your best to make it through October. And I feel like a lot of times you guys lie to yourself about how you're feeling, or you just push through it, like you try not to address it. But underneath that, you actually have, so we have the 6 of Wands, and then we have the 6 of Swords. So I feel like this is the mask, this is underneath the mask, mask for mask. Underneath that mask, you guys could be a little bit more emotionally unsteady. Again, just pushing. There's a forward progress with the number 6, okay? So you could be just like avoiding fully working through your stuff. You could just be trying to skip over it, just move forward, just like push this progress too hard that you had for your overall energy. You couldn't, maybe some of you aren't giving enough time into the stages of your healing. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel certain emotions, and I feel like a lot of you guys are just trying to skim over them, and you might be not really addressing a lot of the full issues or the full lessons at hand. You could be going back and readdressing past situations that you've been in and how you dealt with it, and reevaluating that. With the clear your energy, you could be like, damn, I would totally do things differently. I would have said things differently. There could be a lot of retrospect for you guys right now. Let's see. A lot of you guys could be physically leaving or wanting to leave actual areas that you're in. There could be conflict with where you're currently at. Things that you're currently showing up to day-to-day life with that Six of Wands. Things that you're doing daily. Could be in a little bit of turmoil and you just looking to fix that. I feel like you guys are really good at fixing things. Earth sign energies, you're just always so focused and like want to find an actual solution to it. We also have the King of Pentacles, so a lot of you again could actually be leaving your home or your work. You could be spending more time with family or more time away from family depending on your living situation. Again, I feel like that also alludes to the mask situation for some of you who are still portraying this successful, avant-garde, very unbothered energy. You're still sticking with that with the King of Pentacles, but that's okay. Like I said, the mask is not a bad thing to wear a mask as long as you're still being truthful to yourself. More importantly, I mean it's important to be truthful to other people when you're wearing a mask, but honoring yourself and being honest with yourself. I feel like when you get home, you might actually sit down and face these issues once you create this space and actually reach that sense of relaxation. Also, I forgot to mention, with this raspberry card, create space in the kyanite. Sorry, my camera dipped. Whoop. Oh, I can't see anymore. Oh no. Technical difficulties. This is what I get for going back into what I was talking about. Card in your guys' reading for some reason. But this abundance is feeling self-fulfilled, okay? The abundance is coming from your own self-satisfaction, from your own work. Telling yourself that you did a good job. You've been a great person. You were the best that you could be. You know, you've done the best that you could over the years. And that you've changed. And you've became more self-fulfilled and self-aware. And for some of you, you know, you've obtained maybe a material abundance as well. But I feel like a lot of you could have been using your work as an escape. We also have the Two of Pentacles. So even if you're not using work as an escape, I feel like a lot of you haven't taken certain situations seriously in the past. So again, we did talk about that retrospect. Also, with the way that people are perceiving you, you could be kind of playing around with that kind of energy and also kind of revisiting old situations and old scenarios. Next to that is the Hermit card, which is Virgo energy, going within and really balancing out your mind and your body, and actually kind of that self-preservation energy, self-recharging, really taking that creative space for yourself and figuring out how you can make and manifest those ideas into your physical world with that playful, creative energy. And we also have the Knight of Swords came out, and then, no, sorry, I have it backwards. The Ace of Swords came out. And then right underneath that, a second card fell out, and it was the Knight of Swords. So there's an Ace of Swords and a Knight of Swords. You guys could definitely be having clarity about things that you said or you did in the past. You know, when you take that time to go quiet and sit alone with yourself and your thoughts about the way that you treated someone or the way someone treated you and how it affected you by what they said or what they did, or vice versa, really revisiting those things with the Two of Pentacles, kind of rehashing scenarios in your head, past relationships, you know, with friends, family, intimate relationships, even with yourself, with how you spoke and treated yourself and how you acted towards your own self-image, or the way that you presented yourself to the world at that time. Changing that, and evolving that. Your overall energy for the month of October is this Ten of Pentacles, this progress, this completion. You've grown, you've changed, you've learned. You still need to honor that process and go back and revisit, you know, the seeds that planted that growth or that issue that triggered something within you. We also have at the end of this, the Sun card, a beautiful way to end that. The Sun card is about illumination, healing, truth, self-expression, genuine self-expression, and genuine happiness. So, for some of you, there's going to be a clarity with the way that you move forward in your relationships. Oh,